Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to build the Patriot RDA dripper. So let's just go ahead and get on down in there. Alright, got your 3 posts, you got a decent drip well, and I'm going to be doing micro coil with 24 gauge Canthal. What you're going to need is something to wrap it around. I do mine big enough to where I can double over 2mm eco wool and pull it through. So I'm not exactly sure what size this is. I think it's equivalent to 5/64, maybe a little bit bigger. What I'm going to do is you're going to get your Canthal and you're going to trap it. And then you're going to start your wrap, and you want the coils touching. You want to get them as tight together as you can. Alright, that's 5 wraps. Forgive me, I've got that sinus crud that's been going around. So there you go. Now I will be making it a little bit better. I'll be tightening it up. And how you do that is you glow it. Alright. So I'm just squeezing it together. And there you go. And now you're just going to do it again. Again, keeping the coils as tight together as you can. Now you don't want them overlapping. You want them running side by side. So now to start the build, I'm going to get in a little bit closer. You always want one lead a little bit longer than the other. It just helps you guide it in. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult for me to do on camera. What I do is I stick that screwdriver back through. And then this canthal is pretty stiff. So let's see if I can pull it through. And I am just going to straighten it out. I'm going to pull this through a little bit more. Back this up a little bit. Alright. And then I'm just going to barely tighten that one down. Now you're going to get your next one. And I find that leaving it out straight, especially with this bigger gauge canthal, makes it cooperate a whole lot better. And as I say that, it's not going to cooperate with me. Okay, I don't know how well y'all are going to be able to see that. I guess we'll just figure out when I watch it back over by myself. Alright. So now, screwdriver back through. And push. Let's see. I'm sorry if I'm off camera a lot. This is a little bit difficult for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and push that through. Now that I have both of them through, I will tighten down that middle post. Alright. Now, just making sure they're even. And let me dig out a pair of snips, because this cable, this 24 gauge canthal, that's pretty tough stuff. You want to be careful. It's springy enough and stiff enough that it could fly off and get you. So now I'm going to inspect the coils. They don't look 100% even to me. So I'm just going to lift them up, push it down, make it even. And there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glow it and pinch. You want them glowing from the inside out. There goes that one. There we go. Now we're going to let that cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a piece of Eco wool. I'm going to fold it over itself. And the best way that I have found to get it to go through is to take a piece of Kanthal, loop it through, and then pinch it off, and then I can just feed the Kanthal through and pull it through the coil. Now you got to be careful when you do that, because you risk fouling up your coils. So this is how I do it. Now I'm going to cut me another length of Eco wool. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to double it over on itself. And just feed the Kanthal. Alright. Now, what I do is I'm going to even this up, but before I do that, I'm going to torch these edges where I'm going to cut it, so it doesn't fray. Because I will be tucking some of this in, just to give me enough wick down in the bottom of the well, where I could drip a decent amount of juice in there and get more than just 2 or 3 hits off of it before I have to juice up again. And then I'm going to go ahead and do it to the other side. Sorry if I'm going off camera, I don't want to catch anything on fire. Alright. Next thing is getting it all up in there. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do this as quick as I normally can, because I am trying to keep it to where you can at least somewhat see what I'm doing. This is by far not the best tutorial. Alright, see how I did that? Let's see if I can tuck that up under there. Now I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. Right. And that's how it looks. Now, juice it up. Everything will hold its shape a lot better when you want to get it all good and saturated. Now, unfortunately, my ohm reader is not working right now, but I would imagine that this is somewhere around the 0.25, 0.3 ohm range. Now, let's see how it vapes. I do have it sitting on top of the Big Nasty 26650 mechanical mod made by Tatroe mods. It's made in America. Stainless steel with a magnetic firing switch. Takes a pound of pressure. It's a sturdy mod. It hits harder than a lot of things that I've had, but that's not saying much. Now it's going to take a few minutes for for it all to bed in and start kicking really good, really well. But as far as drippers go, I don't have that much experience in them. I've built a couple Tridents. I've built a couple Octopus RDAs. I've done a Phoenix. I've done a Cyclone. I've done some other ones. But this is by far the easiest build I've done. I used to do cotton, microcoils in cotton. And that's just, I can't get past the cotton taste. Even after a few hours of it bedding in, I can't get past it. But as far as it goes, it's $70. I got mine from the Vapor Hut. It's a damn good dripper, in my opinion. And I don't like to drip that often. I'm a Genesis person myself, but occasionally I like to have a dripper. I do have the air holes drilled out to, I want to say 1/8. mountains of flavor. I don't care what anybody says about the bigger the air hole, the less flavor you get. This puts off mountains of flavor, along with chucking the vapor as well. So there you go. If you have any questions, just ask me, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And thank you for watching. See you next time.